Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy, creator of Object Kick down here. Welcome back to another video. Today I will be looking through the Object Show Community Iceberg. This is a iceberg that I found on the subreddit Iceberg Charts, the Iceberg Charts subreddit. It's from 3 years ago, so some stuff may be outdated. So yeah, that's just a quick warning before we get started here. I've really been wanting to make an iceberg video for a couple years, ever since I started watching them. They're like honestly one of my favorite video topics to watch, because they're like the most interesting, and there's usually a lot of icebergs based off like my favorite topics, such as like WWE, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, and of course Battle for Dream Island, or just the Object Show community in general. But I looked through the like any other Object Show iceberg. This one was never made into a video, so it's gonna be my duty to make one. So without further ado, let's go. So in tier 1 we have eliminated BFDI characters in the thumbnails. I don't really know what this means or what this is referring to, because I looked through all of the BFDI thumbnails and I could not find anything about this in the thumbnails, because the thumbnails don't really have anything like that. It's literally just a screenshot from the episode, so I don't know why this is here. Object shows have blood and cursing. So yeah, some object shows aren't really exactly made for kids. I'm not really sure that most object shows are made for kids, or if any are made for kids. A lot of examples that with blood I know for a fact are Objects at Sea, Object Terror, and a couple other shows. There's also a lot of shows with cursing, like also like Objects at Sea, but like that it has it censored. So there was also this one controversial show. I don't know what it was called, but yeah, Bevel. I don't really know what Bevel is, but I Google searched it and all I could find was images of the FBI bubble. I don't know why this is on the iceberg, but yeah. Object shows in the same universe. So the only proof, like, this entry is saying that some shows are in the same universe, such as BFDI and II and Object Madness, but BFDI and II aren't really connected because like I think it was like confirmed by one of the creators or something. But a lot of people are saying also Object Madness is connected to the BFDI and II universe because they have Nickel Tennis Ball and Puffball in that show. But I'll talk about that later. The Object Show movie. The Object Show movie is a character. This movie features a character named Thor who wants to commemorate the OSC's 5th anniversary with a feature-length film. When he is in the process of making his Object Show movie, Thor gets captured by a gang of conspiracy theorists that lock him up, preventing him from finishing the movie. So I've never really seen the movie, but it sounds interesting. I almost watched it for like just this video, and I might finish it later. Yeah, that's the end of tier 1. These tiers are going to be really short, but yeah, so let's just get to tier 2. So first up on tier 2 is ships. Now if you don't know what a ship is, it's basically when fans of like a TV show basically like have headcanons where they think that another character is in love with another, like such as like Fiery and Leafy, or like Woody and Teardrop, many other examples. I don't know, there's no canon relationships in any object shows, like, well, maybe not in BFDI in particular, but yeah, just like, I don't know. Object voting. I don't know why this is all the way down to tier 2, but object voting is how all the contestants get eliminated. They are voted out by the viewers and sometimes even the contestants.
Have you ever felt like
but the contestant vote, we'll get to that later.
Like you were somewhere you just weren't supposed to be. Like
sometimes the object votings are rigged by the viewers, such as in BFBIA, whenever Teardrop was eliminated, she won the prize and got eliminated in the same episode. Because like there was this guy on YouTube, I think, who convinced the community to like and dislike the video, which is like weird. I don't know why somebody would try to rig the votes. So I guess that's kind of why they stopped doing the video votings. Also probably because YouTube removed the dislikes a little bit ago. NSFW. Okay, yeah, no. YTPs. A YouTube poop is a type of video mashup or edit created by remixing / editing pre-existing media sources, often carrying subcultural significance into a new video for humorous, satirical, obscene, absurd, and profane, as well as annoying, confusing, and dramatic purposes. And basically, people like to do this with multiple shows, like SpongeBob, Family Guy, Simpsons, pretty much any show in existence. But yeah, people also do this for BFDI. There's even been YTP series that have made YTP videos on every single episode in the first season. Winner and Loser's backstory. So basically, way back at the start of Loser's career, Winner and Loser were a duo. They performed together, toured together, and ate chicken nuggets together. At some point, Loser went solo and hit the mainstream, but Winner, well, they just faded into obscurity. Yes, I just called it teapot, because that's basically all it is. That's basically what the backstory is. I don't think there's anything else to add to that, so yeah. Saw disappearing. So basically what I gathered from researching this is that Saw was gone from BFB 9 to 13. For the reason why is because I really don't know. Tell me in the comments or something, because I tried researching this. I really did, but I just cannot find anything. Because there wasn't like a YouTube video talking about it. There wasn't like a Google search. Nothing on the BFDI wiki or Reddit. Nothing. I couldn't find a single thing about this. So maybe like I don't know. Maybe it's like not supposed to be on here or something. There's a lot of entries like that. So yeah, that's just a fair warning. And yeah, that's the end of tier 2. This tier was pretty freaking weird. But yeah, there was some obvious stuff that should have been in tier 1. Yeah, let's get to tier 3. Clock's disappearance. So in BFB 15, at the end credits scene, after being gone since, I don't know, there was a portion of the fan base at the time who thought Clock was killed by 4 or something. Yeah, it was like a popular theory going around at the time that like Clock was murdered off screen by 4 and like his team just like forgot about him. If you watch the end credit scene for BFB 15, you can see that like his team didn't really care about him that much. Snowball being the first mean character not to be eliminated first. So a mean character in an object show is basically like a bully, but like sometimes they get eliminated first, sometimes they don't. There's like multiple examples of mean characters not getting eliminated first, such as like Crayon from Object Overload, Lighter from Object Overload, Snowball, of course. Yeah, there's many other examples, but Snowball was one of them, like, not to be eliminated first, which I can't really find much evidence that like it was a stereotype for mean characters to be eliminated first, because Flower was obviously eliminated first. I think that might have been the only example. I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong. Steve Cobbs made the II contestant. I don't know what proof there is to back this claim up, but I guess this is like a theory. It's probably some theory from years ago, but I don't know, it's probably not true. Since Steve Cobbs, which is like the owner of the company that makes the Mi phones, Uh, he probably doesn't make the contestants. He probably just makes me. He makes me phones. He made me phone 4, and the other one from season 1, I forgot his name. It's been a while since I watched An Anime Insanity. I had to watch a few episodes to do research for this video. And yeah, that's the end of tier 3. Some odd ones in there, I guess. So yeah, time for tier 4. Hey there, Bozo. This is referring to that scene in IDFB where Golfball has a flashback to where like he's trying to like hide from someone, like trying to kill him or something. The reason why it's on this iceberg is because it was never brought up again after IDFB, and yeah, I don't know why it was why it was in the video in the first place. Hashtag bring back 4. So basically at the end credit scene of BFB 28, X is asking where 4 is while sad music plays. After this, fans started the hashtag bring 4 back, or bring back 4. I'll play the clip.
4? Hello? Are you coming back soon, 4? 4?
Taco works for Cobbs. So in Anime Insanity 2, Taco has like more of a speaking role instead of just saying the word sour cream. And I guess there was a theory going around at the time that Taco works for Cobbs, which doesn't make any sense. None of these Cobb theories on this iceberg make sense. But yeah. Everybody hates Woody. So basically when BFB split into 2 shows, that being BFB and T-Bot, I guess like the fan base started hating Woody for like whatever reason. I don't know the reason. I'm not really I wasn't really active on the fan base. Like, I just watch the shows. Like I don't do anything else besides that. So yeah. OJ from An Anime Insanity and OJ from Village of Objects are the same. So there's a show called Village of Objects that I started watching for research purposes of the video, and basically they have OJ in the show, but it's not the exact same OJ from Anime Insanity. It's a different one. Like this one for some reason has like an accent. I don't know if that's on purpose, but yeah, if you watch the show, like OJ has an accent. I don't know why. It probably was intentional. So it could like not be compared to OJ from An Anime Insanity. And yeah, that's the end of tier 4. Thought this video was gonna be a lot longer. It probably is in post, but so yeah, let's go on to tier 5. The object shows are in an infinite loop. So this is a theory like stating that most object shows are in an infinite loop. I can't really find any examples of this, but like in my opinion, they kind of are stuck in a loop because like whenever a show gets rebooted, they kind of forget about what happened in the past season. Reboots like for example, the Object Overload reboot from like 2013, I think. They pretty much like forgot the entirety of the season, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched that. Reboots that didn't like completely ignore the other season was like obviously the BFDI seasons and Mickey Mouse Battle House again is a good example. But other than that, I don't really know what else can back this theory up. Woody revived in IDFB. So in IDFB 1, Woody was an actual contestant. and Woody was only on screen for like a good 10 seconds. He appeared at the end of the scene where Penn was talking to Fries. He literally just walked on screen and then the camera cut away. That was it. And then whenever Book caught Match after falling from that building, Woody just appears randomly appears on fire, and Icy just sacrifices herself to put out the fire, and that's it. That's the only scenes that Woody is in the entire episode. They're probably planning to do something else with him if IDFB was still going on, but it isn't. Object show characters that have the same name. So object show characters that have the same name, which is like, I guess technically means like, I guess is referring to that some characters like are just the same, but like they also use the same name, such as OJ and II and Village of Objects, 8-Ball, Tennis Ball, like Nickel, other examples, etc. Fiery Jr. is Fiery and Leafy's kid. Yeah, this is obviously like a weird fan fiction theory that obviously isn't true. It's pretty freaking weird. I don't know. I couldn't find anything to back that theory up. So I don't know, it's probably just trash post. Leafy is football. So in BFDI 25, Leafy is ripped open and revealed to be football. This would have been interesting, but it is never mentioned again. I don't know why that was like there. Maybe they had plans with it, but they never followed up on those plans. Which is like, okay. So like, why did they even make Leafy football in the first place? And yeah, that's the end of Tier 5.
There's nothing to be afraid of here.
Mean characters never win. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this Iceberg was made 3 years ago, which was before BFB 30 came out. And like at the time, like people still thought like Flower was a mean character, but I think the whole purpose of BFB was for her to have her redemption, which is something she tried to do at the end of BFDI. And yeah, Flower, which is like technically a mean character, won BFB. So this Iceberg is clearly outdated. I said that before at the beginning, so yeah. Black Hole, no, God dang it. Evil Leafy and Leafy are twins. So this is like a popular theory at the time, and when I was doing research for the video, I found a fan fiction where someone creates a whole story based on why they think this theory is true. I didn't read the whole theory, but if you search it up, you can probably find it easily and read it for yourself. Yeah, Evil Leafy is like the only like evil character in the show besides like Evil Bubble, but we'll get to that later. Black Hole created 4 and X. So in BFB 1, when a Flower asked Black Hole to open up the jar of cyanide, he basically like, I don't know, like teleported 4 and X into that universe. But in my opinion, I don't think that's really true. Like I think 4 and X like put themselves in that universe. Other than that, I don't really know. Profiley was there the whole time. So in BFB 26, Profiley shows up out of nowhere and claims that he has been there since the beginning. But in flashbacks, it is actually proven that he was the guy who originally came up with the tiebreaker challenge, and like announcer remembers him from the old BFDI days. And yeah, the announcer is God in the BFB universe. So this is probably not true, considering the fact that 4 has many powers and abilities, while announcer can't really do much besides the stuff he did in BFDI, which is like throw projectile acid, I think. Woody's funny doings. So in BFB 24, Blocky was eliminated, and he gave his show Blocky's Funny Doings to Woody. But Woody only did 2 episodes of Woody's Funny Doings, and it was never mentioned again. I think they were probably going to like do something with that, but they never did. I don't know why they did that. And yeah, that's the end of tier 6. Yeah, I'm honestly just gonna stop saying stuff at the end of the tiers. So, yep, tier 7, let's go. Eggy was supposed to be on Team Beat. According to Satomi, Eggy was originally going to be on Beat, replacing either Nickel or Robati, as one of them was supposed to join the losers. Honestly, I don't think that would have been a good idea. Because, like, Team Beep, in my opinion, is just, like, the team filled with weirdos besides, like, Nickel and Leafy. Because, like, if you think about it, they're just, like, a bunch of, like, I don't know, like, what, outsiders that, like, aren't really important. Like, Rocky, Woody, I guess Balloony, Cloudy, Robati, David. Like, not a lot of people think that those guys are important. So I guess that was the whole point of the team. It was, like, just a team of outsiders, I guess. That's just my opinion, though. Characters keep dying in Village of Objects. Well, I don't know why this is on the Iceberg, because in every show, objects die. So, Village of Objects is obviously no exception to this. So, I don't know why this is on the Iceberg. Maybe the guy was just a big fan of Village of Objects. It is a show that is still going to this day. Most recent episode was 2 months ago at the time of this recording. So watch Village of Objects, I guess. I watched a few episodes to do research, and I thought it was alright. Miners. Why is this on this iceberg? So I'm guessing this is probably referring to the fact that most object shows are like have their cast voiced by minors, I guess. A lot of examples of this are, I don't know, there's a lot of examples, but yeah, you can probably find a lot. Yeah, that's basically it. Woody's corpse. So in BFDI A2, when Team No Name was traveling on Puffball, they go through various locations throughout the show. But while they are flying through the ocean, you can see Woody's dead corpse. This is honestly a very dark Easter egg that they put in there for whatever reason. It's kind of crazy. Carrie reacts to a different object show. So, Carrie reacts to, like, he usually reacts to episodes of Teapot and BFDI, BFB. But one time he actually reacted to An Anime Insanity, Season 2, Episode 14. But he didn't react to the whole thing. He didn't react to the whole episode because he says he would feel kind of scummy if he watched the full thing. And it was just so weird. Like, I don't think he ever reacted to anything else. People are toxic. So I'm guessing this means that some people in the OSC community, like object show community, are toxic. And this is kind of a no-brainer because, well, obviously every community has its toxic people in it. So the OSC is no exception to this. I can't really find any examples of toxic people, but I don't know, you probably can. So that's the end. Oh wait, no, it isn't. BFB is only a dream. This is another old theory that yet again is probably not true, but I don't know what claim like people have to back this theory up because it's obviously not true. BFB predicted Among Us. So in BFB 12, the challenge is to find out who the imposter is on each team. Carrie made a video saying that, like, I don't know, BFB predicted Among Us, but technically it didn't. See, the episode released on July 2018, but the game Among Us released a month earlier. So yeah, they technically didn't do it. And that's the end of tier 7. Rocky speaks. So basically, this is referring to how, in some instances in season 1, Rocky was actually speaking. He was speaking in BFDI 1A, and he didn't speak until BFDI 25, I think. And yeah, that's basically it. Prediction videos. A prediction video is a type of format where fans of shows like Total Drama, Big Brother, and of course object shows predict which contestants are going to win. Now, I used to watch these back in the day, and then I don't think I've ever seen a prediction video that has ever gotten anything right. Ever. Whether it's Total Drama or object shows, I don't think I've seen a single prediction video that has gotten it right. And yeah, I haven't really seen people make prediction videos lately anymore. So, maybe they just stopped. Object shows never finishing. So basically, most object shows never finish, such as BFDIA, Object to See, Object Overload, and even my own object show, Object Kickdown. And also many other shows like Object Lockdown and such. There are many reasons a lot of these shows stop, such as a person quitting, going to college, or changing their career paths. And yeah, that's very truthful for most of these canceled shows. Object Madness takes place after BFB and II. Object Madness is a show that is mostly remembered for using tennis ball, nickel, and puffball, and football, who is not leafy. This show. So yeah, this show was basically that's the only thing that the show had going for it, was them having tennis ball, nickel, and puffball. And yes, but since then the show has been canceled and also rebooted, but the reboot episode 2 has not come out yet. 8-ball is overused. This entry is referring to the fact that so many shows use 8-ball, such as Battle for the Spectral Body, Moss, and Object Kickdown. And there are a lot of other examples, I think, but I can't really find them. There's also people using parodies of 8-ball, such as 9-ball, or 11-ball, 2-ball, whatever. But yeah, I can't really find any other examples. So let me know, I guess. Lauren quit for being memed to death in OSO. So OSO, or Open Source Objects, is a show that is animated by everyone. Basically, the object show is just a multi-animated project, or a map. Because that's basically what the show is. Anyways, Lauren is a character who is the first human contestant in an object show. And in OSO 2, he quit, but the reason is never given. So yeah, he just randomly quit, I guess. I don't know, I've never watched OSO. So if there's any OSO fans watching this, let me know if you truly know the reason. But yeah, that's the end of tier 8. So time for tier 9, I guess. The BFDI finalists stayed with 4. So in BFDI, the finalists were Spongy, Leafy, Fiery, Bubble, and Flower. And they stayed with 4. That's pretty much it. Screen time. So there was a massive debate at the time where people were arguing over which characters got more screen time. Also, there are many videos on YouTube, such as BFB, but only when so-and-so is on screen. Yeah, a quick YouTube search you can just easily find these videos throughout the website. It's honestly insane, how so much screen time is given to one person and so little is given to another. It's mostly because how long they're actually competing in the show. Evil characters are the originals. So in BFDI, there are sometimes evil versions of the characters, like Evil Leafy and Evil Bubble. But this theory is not true, as other versions of evil characters are just recommended characters. For example, Evil Bubble. That was actually a recommended character. That wasn't real. But Leafy being original Leafy, I don't think that's true, because they're two separate people. And if you think about it, Evil Leafy came second, not first. And yeah. The recovery center is behind the exit door. So in BFB 10, it is revealed that there is a door in the exit, but many fans think that this door could be many things. One of these theories suggests that 4's recovery system is behind the door. There's a full article on the BFB wiki that you can read if you want to read it. So yeah, a fan literally suggests that 4's recovery system, where he just like respawns him out of his hand. That's how that works, is behind that door. That it shows you how that works, but you never know because it's never revealed. Contestants vote. There have been many instances where the contestants vote for someone to be eliminated. The most infamous contestant vote is from BFDI 21, where everyone, including the recommended characters, vote out Ice Cube. These votes have been like more controversial, as a lot of fans think that Ice Cube's original elimination was very unfair, and I can't even recall the last time they did a contestant vote. Woody was up for elimination 3 times in a row. So in BFDI 2 through 4, Woody was up for elimination. Since this happens so often, they actually started a little gag where every time Woody was up for elimination, he would make the same sound effect until he eventually was eliminated, and then that just stopped. So yeah, 4 is controlling your body. Yeah, I don't know what this theory is or where it originated from. I searched it up and I could not find a single thing about it. I guess that's, yeah. Main character curse. This is probably referring to how most main characters get out first, but they also don't, because the only person I can recall getting out first is Flower. That's probably it. I'm guessing this curse was broken whenever Flower had a redemption in BFB and ended up winning. Yeah, so, yeah. That's the end of Tier 9. Final tier, Tier 10. Cobbs created the evil Fawn Army in Animate Sanity 2, Episode 14. So I went back and watched the episode for this bit, and I cannot find a single thing about this. There was no phone army in the episode, or maybe there was, but I wasn't paying attention. So that could be my fault. Meat Phone 4 was voiced by Chris McLean. In the very first episode of II, Meat Phone 4 was actually voiced by Christian Potenza, who voiced Chris McLean in Total Drama. And how they hired the guy is something I really want to know, but it's a question that has never been answered since the first episode's release. I guess I'll never find out. Objects hatch from eggs. So this is basically the theory of how genetics and babies work in object shows. There is proof from BFV4 to back this theory up, when Eggy said that objects lay eggs and those eggs hatched, or something, I don't really know. It honestly doesn't make any sense to me. Because if the objects hatch, then why is Eggy still an egg? Yeah. BFB Trivias. So BFB Trivia is a series hosted on a channel called Fordle, where they point out basic facts about BFB episodes, such as animation errors and other things. I think this series has since ended. I don't know. But yeah, I don't really watch BFB Trivia, because I don't really care. Some objects can't die. This is referring to how some BFB characters can't die or have never died, such as Black Hole or Loser, and many others. I'm gonna ignore the fact that Black Hole technically died, but he got lasered. He didn't die natural causes or anything. So therefore, I guess that doesn't count in my opinion. Rejoiners can't win. So basically in object shows, contestants rejoin, but they never win. This could be a massive coincidence, But a lot of people in the community think that this is a role, but it's really not if you think about it, because rejoiners usually get far, such as Paper from II and Leafy and BFB. And yeah, that's the end of the Object Show Community Iceberg. It's probably the video I put the most effort into, which means you should like and subscribe because I put a lot of effort into this one. And I might make another sometime soon. So, yeah, subscribe, I guess.